Right, it's now 3:45 on Friday afternoon, and I've just arrived at the Doncaster racecourse for the Festival of British Rail Modelling. I've just dropped my stuff off behind the stand and I'll get myself set up and then we'll have a quick look around. Everyone's at varying degrees of setting up at the moment, as you can see. Some are completely done and dusted, got the dust sheets on, others are just arriving and carrying all their stuff in. The scary thing is we've got Howard staring down at us from all the screens at the moment. That's going to put a few people off, isn't it? If you've not actually been to a show before it opens, it can all look a little bit like chaos. But I'm going to assure you that everybody knows what they're up to. They can see, they know where their space is. All they've got to do is fill it with whatever they brought in the van or in the back of the car.
Talking of vans, one of the joys of Friday is at least there's space around the doors to get your van nearby so you can unload. Doncaster's really good for this compared to other halls, but it can still be tight on Sunday night.
Getting your tea vouchers is really important, so I think those look like them. I'm going to see how I can use them. The screens around the building have improved enormously now. Who's that top chap doing some demonstrating?
Of course, once you've got your layout out of the van, you've still got to set it up. And if you look at Minories here from the Model Railway Club, although it's really tidy and efficient, it's still quite an exercise to put up a layout of this size at a hall after your long journey.
Being here nice and early gives us a chance to catch up with old friends on the exhibition circuit. And here we've got Andy York having a chat with the guys with the Burton-on-Trent layout. But you see, we can't always just check up on our own web at all times. The great joy of a little layout is it doesn't take very much setting up. I was up and running, well, I was certainly up anyway, in about 15 minutes from arriving, so I can go and wander around and see the rest of the show. Even at 4:15, some people are looking pretty much set up already. A lot depends on how early you can get here in the afternoon. Nice stress-free weekend, hopefully, because they'll set up and tested. Where's Andy gone then? Is Andy out there helping you?
No.
No? Oh, well, I wonder where he's cleared off to. John's brought a few specials with him this weekend. Looking forward to seeing what these look like on the stand later.
Where do you want them?
Oh, there he is. Now all the work's been done.
As well as bringing his award-winning layout, Campbell's Quarry, John also brought his new 7/8 scale dragline, which is part completed, and a selection of locomotives. The dragline is very impressive because it's what's called self-erecting, which means he puts the jib up by himself. And there's Andy trying to help attach the cab reasonably successfully. The display included the diggers and several of John's scratch-built live steam locomotives.
It's Saturday, bright and early. In fact, too early for us to quite get in the building. So we're all queuing up outside, eager to get cracking and do the final setup before the show opens in a few hours. The man with the official high vis has arrived, and we're in. As you can see, everything's now nicely set up, or at least most of it's nicely set up. There's always a few people come in on Saturday morning, and it's all really quiet, and the whole show full of anticipation now. The guys with Minories obviously got set up last night, all looking good now. To be honest, I was confident they would have done because I saw them in the hotel last night and they were looking very happy, having been to the heading off to the bar. So that would indicate everything should be working okay today. Saturday morning is a good time to get other jobs done. Andy's here now, busy doing a photo shoot on Dead Man's Lane. Say hello, Andy.
Well, I'm not busy yet. I'm waiting for Meg to turn up. So obviously in the May issue, we will have Dead Man's Lane in BRM because it will be at the show at Derby in the Roundhouse. So here we are at Doncaster taking the snaps of it.
This doesn't look like a desperately exciting thing you're photographing here, Andy. Shouldn't you be doing some trains?
No. I think I like touches like this, obviously where somebody's gone and put sort of like a depot sticker on it. So, yeah.
Right, at every show you'll find just inside the door a table full of leaflets advertising all the other model rail exhibitions and other shows going on around the country. And so I always like to make sure I've got a big pile of my local club's handouts sitting there ready for everybody to collect. It's always worth keeping an eye on these tables because you never know what events are on around the country, and so you can pick up all sorts of useful information. Saturday morning over at the Luton layout, and I'll see that the wagon tipper's in operation. A bit of a testing going on there.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, we're just making sure everything's all working before all the punters and the people come in. So we're just making sure everything's working properly.
So you set up last night then?
We did, yes.
And it's just final testing this morning.
Yeah, a bit of track cleaning, bit of tweaking, position all the stock ready to go, and line everything up. So yes, we're just in test mode.
Brilliant. Have a good weekend.
And yourself, Phil. Thanks.
Well, for life, guys. These guys were responsible for a very panicky phone call last night from the exhibition organisers while we were sat in the hotel.
Ah, there's a lorry running.
You had a fella lorry running around here last night.
Did we?
Yes.
So we switched the power off and it was still good.
Yeah, yes.
Disconnect it.
Yes, we got a panicky phone call saying,
Ah, there's a lorry running.
"Oh, there's a lorry running around." We just said, "No, it'll be all right. It won't catch fire." I think Sam managed to rescue it and switch it off for you.
Thank you very much for that. No, we always forget that when we turn the power off, all the electromagnets die.
And so therefore the lorry starts working.
It carries on doing its laps around the block.
Right, doors have opened, crowds are coming in. I better get back behind the layout and start talking to people about all the work we've done.
As the crowd surged in, Andy and I both hid behind the stand, chatting to people about the art of compromise and some of the gift buildings we've been doing. At the same time, the people on the BRM stand were merrily selling subscriptions at a phenomenal rate to those coming in. And of course we had the joys of smoke and the rattling of the diesel engine on Campbell's Quarry operating next to us.
Saturday lunchtime, and as you can see, the show is really busy. I've escaped from behind my stand for a few minutes to have a quick wander around, and it's a challenge to get down some of the aisles, which is great news because for the hobby we want shows to be nice and busy, and lots of people out here really enjoying themselves and spending a few quid as well.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Doncaster Railway Club for their support and assistance during this event. Thank you.
One of the stands we all make a bit of a beeline for is the Anoraks Anonymous stand, because there are these marvellous big crates at the side with all this great bargain price second-handed. I'm here with Sophie from the lab. Where does it all come from?
Well, it's come from second-hand collections, what I buy in. I do save a lot, particularly for this show, because it is my local show. So we like to put on a good show.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So you put on a really good show. I mean, you are inundated first thing in the morning, aren't you?
We are, yes. Yes, we don't stop from 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a little bit quiet now, but the break is very welcome.
Right, yeah. So we're in the last hour of the show now, so
yes.
it's a bit of a relax. Are you going to top them up for tomorrow morning?
Certainly am. Yes.
Right, so there's something to look for tomorrow. Right, I better let you get on then. But thanks very much. This is brilliant fun.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, well that's Saturday done. The last few stragglers are just leaving the building as we speak, and all the layouts are and the tray stands are covering themselves up. So we're going to go back to the hotel, have something to eat, perhaps a relaxing libation, as they say, and back again tomorrow, all being well. Right, Sunday morning. It's now 10 to 8 and I'm sat in the car because it's raining outside. Right, we're all set up. We're all looking forward to it. This morning I've got to do a photo shoot on a layout because Andy's here and doing a larger layout, so I'm doing the smaller one. And then it's back into the main day. Handy hint for shows, I mean, it was busy yesterday, but we will expect it to be less busy today. There's always a bit of a mix. About 60% of the people go on Saturday, 40% go on Sunday, and that seems to hold true for any show you go to. So if you want to go to a show and have a quieter wander around and be able to see the layouts a little better, Sunday's the day for you. A bit more layout photography this morning, and this time it's Char Welton that's getting the Andy York treatment. As you can see, layout's got no lights of its own, so Andy's got to put up a spotlight for this shoot. And while Andy's at Char Welton, I'm over at Burton-on-Trent taking a set of photos as well. I'm not the only one out there wielding a video camera. Susanna from our film crew is busy filming Char Welton for an appearance on the BRM DVD at the same time as Andy's photos taken earlier in the day. When I say Sunday's the quieter day, you know, there's a relativeness to quietness. There still seems to be an awful lot of people in the hall this weekend, which is great news. It's
great to be at the show because you can also find out all about the various new products, such as these display cases from Airframe. Howard's out here doing a bit of reporting, and he'll be bringing you more details and reviews in a future issue of BRM.
Right, well I've finally made it upstairs to at the show as well. Busy little room full of some fine scale stuff going on, and let's have a quick look around up here as well.
Upstairs is home to all the demonstrators, so we've got the 2mm Scale Society and also the EM Gauge Society, both showing off and encouraging people to crack on and do some modelling in their various scales. If electronics are your thing, the Model Electronic Railway Group have a really comprehensive display of this very complicated subject, and they're always really enthusiastic to talk about. Over on the other side of the room is the N-Gauge Society, and one of the highlights of their stand is the new Hunslet locomotive that they've commissioned exclusively for their members, and it's available in a vast array of liveries. Really one that will get you into the smaller scale, I think.
Right, there it is. Sunday, all over and all done and dusted. My stands are all packed up. I've just got to put it in the back of the car and take it home. And that was Doncaster 2019. Now we're looking forward to Ali Pally 2019. See you in a few weeks.